You know, going into the 2026 season, I was a little concerned that this year's performances wouldn't be all that amazing. There are no World Championships or Olympic Games to anticipate. And to tell the truth, I was completely wrong. Every tournament has featured fast times, outstanding performances, and well-known competitors vying to be the favorites and quickest in 2026. From the turmoil of the Commonwealth Games to this year's incredible NCAA championships, the European champs, and the World Under-20s. And you know what? Officially, the fastest phase of the season is about to start. Because as we prepare for this year's World Ultimate Championships in September, the Diamond League scene is officially blowing up. Right now, we have one of the biggest matchups of the year, because this year's Silesia Diamond League is officially going crazy. In the men's 100 meters, this is the kind of field that you dream of. Almost everyone on the circuit with a quick PB and a fast season's best is running. In fact, there's actually 2 qualification rounds in this Diamond League that are leading to a men's 100 final. And among many of the most talented athletes in the world right now, we have Gaisa Arce, Seville, Lachlan Kennedy, Emmanuel Esemi, Kenny Bednarek, Owen Ansa, Jordan Anthony, and even more. There is a chance that this men's 100 field will produce something utterly odd. I can only hope that the wind and weather will be good, because assuming we have a tailwind and a temperature that is at least somewhat hot, we are talking about 9.8, if not slightly faster. The men's 100 looks amazing. However, the women's 100-meter race becomes considerably more competitive at this point. For this 100-meter contest, we may have the deepest field assembled in 2026. The PBs and season bests make this women's 100 seem like a world championship final. We have Julian Alfred. We have both Clayton sisters from Jamaica. And don't forget that Tina Clayton won a silver medal in last year's World Championships. We also have Zoe Hobbs, music from New Zealand, the recently crowned gold medalist in this year's Commonwealth Games. We have Sharika Jackson returning to the 100, who's always a danger whenever she's in form. And we also have Brianna Liston, Iwa Swoboda from Poland. And who could forget the clash of Melissa and Sha'Carri Richardson? The average time in this field is under 10.8. This is one of the most unbelievably talented fields assembled. Despite the incredible depth, everyone is watching Sha'Carri Richardson versus Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. Both have the highest speeds in the globe this year, and the contest is made more exciting by their growing rivalry as teammates. Last year, Jefferson-Wooden won the 100 in 10:61, shattering Sha'Carri's championship record. He gained another gold in the 4x100 after winning the 200 at 21:68. After that incredible triple, she rose to become one of the world's most dangerous sprinters. But Sha'Carri is just as lethal, and when she achieves her top speed, she can completely separate from the field. Their head-to-head encounter may well define this Silesia 100. And at this year's United States National Champs, she did put together one of the best races that I have seen in recent memory. Because for this women's 100, she got a solid start and closed faster than anyone else in the world. And if you know anything about Sha'Carri Richardson, her top speed potential is absolutely off the charts. Watching these two compete at the Silesia Diamond League this year will be an amazing experience. But another athlete that has a lot of interest is Julian Alfred, because what she has been doing this season has been ridiculous. Because for her indoor campaign, she, music, went completely undefeated in the 60 meters all the way up until the World Champ final. And unfortunately, she only finished third in that race. And that was a very interesting moment, because for years, Julian Alfred has been unbeatable in the 60. She had actually won the competition for almost 4 consecutive seasons. She regretfully lost in the World Champs final, despite having a timing of 7.03 seconds, which is still a very impressive performance. But Italian Zainab Dosso and Janisha Sears overcame her. In addition, I think that today was simply not her day. She can typically get under 7 when she's giving her best performance. However, because she hasn't lost since, and nearly all of her victories have been very overwhelming, I think that this defeat may have actually awakened a monster. Alfred has performed exceptionally well in the 200 and 100 this season. She has continuously recorded times under 22 seconds with permissible wind, especially in the 200. With a timing of 21.51 in the 60, 100, and 200 meters at this year's Hercules Diamond League in Monaco, she also formally surpassed Elaine Thompson-Herah on the all-time list. Alfred's current season best time in the 100 is 10:87, which she set in this year's Hungarian Athletics Grand Prix on July 14th. At the Bislett Games, she had her fastest time of the year, 10:76, despite a slight headwind of negative 0.3 meters per second. Despite being well below 10.8, the wind reading was slightly above the allowed limit at positive 3.2, so it cannot be considered her official season's best. If you like sprinting, speed, and seeing almost all of the fastest competitors in the world compete in one race, then Women's 100 is the event for you. The fact that this competition includes the top 4, top 2, top 3, and top 100 rankings in the globe is extremely fascinating. Like in the men's category, I wouldn't be surprised to see a very fast time, perhaps in the 10.7s, and, if everything goes as planned, a 10.6, though it would require an almost flawless performance. However, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, Sha'Carri, Shericka Jackson, and Alfred all hold personal records of 10.6. Naturally, I am excited to see what happens in this Women's 100. So, pay attention to this Diamond League this weekend. Furthermore, I believe that the meeting record in this race is being threatened by Jefferson-Wooden's 10.66 in the Silesia Diamond League last year, and someone might be able to overcome that time if all goes as planned. I would now like to hear from each and every one of you. In the space provided below, please submit your predictions for the Silesia Diamond League this year. Furthermore, who do you think will prevail in this much-awaited Women's 100? Thank you all for viewing. Until the next time.